And we're live. Lewis, what's up?
Ain't nothing shake except the leaves and the branches.
I got you. I got you. You made a comment. You said I got like a trendy shirt, or I got like a shirt that people are trying to do. We do. We both kind of looking a little trendy. You got the Bass Pro Shop hat. It looks good, but
This
you
came from the Goodwill.
okay? What your shirt or the hat? The shirt did.
Oh, this hat was brand new, baby.
Yeah. That's a nice hat. Like I say, and what is your shirt say? Like I say, that's the
I,
style people are trying to wear nowadays. But okay, I
yeah,
like it. And
brand new,
I'm
totally
wearing the
off.
GOAT, one of the greatest basketball players to ever
I
step on the court.
I sent you a clip with Allen Iverson on it this week. Did you watch it?
No,
Some of it.
I didn't watch it. Like I said, I've been on the road a little bit busy. I was trying to start catching up on some of that stuff, but what
How,
was it?
how tall was Allen Iverson?
It was 6 foot flat, maybe.
Did he win an MVP?
He did.
So in basketball, a person 6 foot tall
Mm-hmm.
won most valuable player.
Right.
That is basketball a sport for tall man?
Usually, yeah.
And 6 foot is 6 feet tall.
No, not in the NBA. Not really.
It's tall in regular life.
Yeah,
Well,
right. Yeah.
it's
In
almost
real life.
normal in regular life.
Yeah.
So a skinny man,
Mhm.
150 pounds,
Right.
can win MVP over Kobe Bryant,
Right. Shaq.
Shaq, Trey T. This was T Mac,
Yeah. People might not remember, but yeah.
Vince Carter,
Yeah.
Ray Allen,
Yeah.
Glenn Robinson. So I got a little skinny guy. Well, I'm saying that's how good he was.
Right.
A 6 foot man could dominate the NBA, shooting 30,
Look, that's what I was gonna say.
39%
Was
from the
he an
field.
accurate shooter? Was he an accurate shooter? You think he won because heart, or what was it made him be
He was
MVP?
chugging, Brandon. When people chug, you got to try to catch it.
So what do you
Something
mean when
don't
you
come
say
off.
chug?
He kept on going. He was
Okay.
100% the whole game.
Right.
Didn't get tired.
Right. You're right.
Push, push, push.
Right. Do you
And when
see a
people,
lot of that today? You don't see that today. People, they need rest. They play one game, they
well,
need some rest. They are injured. Go ahead. What you want to say?
when you see it today, you see it in one of our hometown fans for the Grizzlies,
Oh, John Morant.
John Morant.
Mm-hmm.
He was push, 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 but he liked them pistols. So, so that's what got about. That's what messed it up. But
Yeah.
John Morant is kind of like that,
And he's injured too, but because playing that style it's going to take a lot on your body, and he dealt with a lot and had a pretty long career, kinda. But we'll see how Job does.
Who you talk about?
AI? You don't think AI? You don't think he had a?
AI problem? He didn't want to. He didn't like train.
Yeah, he didn't condition. Yeah, practice.
I ain't talking about the guess. He didn't want to learn how to shoot the damn basketball. So once his speed went down to your average player, and you couldn't shoot, he feels. My opinion, he fizzled out.
Was he a good defensive player, like a lockdown defensive player?
He was not a lockdown decent player. He's an
opportunist. He played the passing lane a lot.
Yeah,
and was
so
quick.
If he was quick, if you was lazy on your pass, couldn't see the little 5'5" man down on the post, he'll sneak in, boom, get it. Because he's a football player.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And watch this. This guy was so good. He said he didn't know he can't dribble to his left side.
He said that.
So he only could dribble right.
All right.
So a person who couldn't dribble to the left was still dominating guys.
They couldn't stop him. You couldn't guard him. When he was quick, he was too quick. He was too quick to guard. Like the whole team was trying to guard him and stop him. But like you said, when he slowed down, when age started to get to him, he wasn't good anymore. Kind of like Russell Westbrook. Couldn't shoot, a liability, and just, out of your prime. When you got your prime, you're at your prime.
Russell Westbrook's got pretty good numbers, Brandon.
I hear you, but he's still not the same player. So you think? Let's see. So Westbrook, I'm not trying to stay here because we weren't trying to do this, but Russell Westbrook is going to be on the Nuggets coming up this season. He's still a decent player. You think
he's the same player he was past 7 years?
So he's still in his prime to you, or he just been out of his prime for the last 7 years?
He's the same player. He can't if
because he played like Allen Iverson, explosive, go to the
okay.
hole. Is he slowed down just a little bit?
If
though?
you put the ball in his hand
Yeah.
and keep the ball in his hand, he had the exact same points he always had. With 9 turnovers, like Caitlin Clark in every game.
Right. But I think what makes him better is he can rebound. He's going to get some assists. He does create plays. So we're not going to stay on that too long just because.
People, the analytics, he can't have the ball in his hand. That's why.
Not too long or period.
Not too long, and with the age, so they could justify it. Hey, man, you're getting older.
Yeah.
Get that ball out your hands. But the reality is, when you had the ball too long, you're gonna make mistakes, and we just don't want it in your hands. You're not the same player, Brandon.
You're right. I got you.
The better. See, that's why turnover matters.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody want them 9 turnovers.
No. But he's always been a turnover player, kind of. So it's I get what you're saying.
But they kept the ball in his hands, and he got triple doubles with the turnovers.
Right.
See, a third of the time, a third of the points.
Yeah.
A third of the turnovers.
And like I say, he wants to play. Like Russell Westbrook, say what you want, say you can't shoot, say he turned over the ball, but when he get on the court, he has a lot of energy. He's not really taking plays off. He's actively trying to get rebounds, actively hustling. I will say that.
Russell Westbrook don't play no defense, man.
I didn't say he played.
He said he giving his all on the court.
Yeah, and he don't have defense, but he gives energy. He's effort. That's what he can. But you said he's still the same player. I never say he played defense. He's a defensive liability, but he will give you energy. He will be trying. Yeah. He'll be trying. He can't guard anybody.
He'll give you that Super Saiyan when they turn to the monkey energy.
Right.
It's big, but it's uncontrollable.
Right. Going to the hole.
Right. It's uncontrollable.
Going to the hole. Yeah. He might give you a block out of nowhere. Just those kind of plays.
All right, let's get in this topic, Brad. Go ahead. Disclaimer. Humans are animals, are we, Brandon? Brandon, what you doing?
Hold on. I'm trying to fix it because it wasn't right. Let me see. Hold on. There we go. All right, now put it back on there because it was showing my name at the bottom.
I don't know what to do.
There we go. Which one you like better?
All right. Disclaimer. Humans, Brandon. Yeah. What's a species?
See, we're gonna try to put me on the spot with a word. It's a kind of thing on the planet. It's a species.
Okay. Is a feline a species?
A feline? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, a cat. Yes.
Is a dog a species?
Yeah.
Are human a species?
Yeah.
Can't you say we all animals?
Yeah, people say that. Yeah.
I'm taking this as the way of science, people.
Okay.
So don't try to ban us by this presentation. Okay?
I'm glad you said that.
So invasive species, that's an animal. Primates or Homo sapiens are animals too.
Yeah.
And fair use.
Massive vines that blanket the southern United States, climbing as high as 100 feet as they uproot trees and swallow buildings. A ravenous snake that is capable of devouring an alligator. Rabbit populations that eat themselves into starvation. These aren't horror movie concepts, they're real stories. But how could such situations exist in nature? All three are examples of invasive species. Organisms harmful not because of what they are, but where they happen to be.
Now, Brandon.
The kudzu vine, for example.
Hold on. God almighty. Now, you harmful for not who they are, but where they be.
Yeah.
That's one of the key words.
massive vines that blanket the southern United States, climbing as high as 100 feet as they but all grow during the quiet but massive exist in nature. All three are examples of invasive species, organisms harmful not because of what they are, but where they happen to be. The kudzu vine, for example, had grown quietly in its native East Asia, eaten by various insects and dying off during the cold winters. But its fortunes changed when it was imported into the southeastern United States for porch decoration and cattle feed. Its planting was even subsidized by the government to fight soil erosion. With sunny fields, a mild climate, and no natural predators in its new home, the vine grew uncontrollably until it became known as the plant that ate the South. Meanwhile, in Florida's Everglades, Burmese pythons, thought to have been released by pet owners, are the cause of decreasing populations of organisms. They're successfully outcompeting top predators, such as the alligator and panther, causing a significant reduction in their food sources. They're not a problem in their native Asia because diseases, parasites, and predators help to control their population size. And in Australia, European rabbits eat so many plants that they wipe out the food supply for themselves and other herbivores. They're a pretty recent addition, intentionally introduced to the continent because one man enjoyed hunting them. Like the Burmese pythons, various factors in their native habitat keep their numbers in control. But in Australia, the lack of predators and a climate perfect for year-long reproduction allows their populations to skyrocket. So why does this keep happening? Most of the world's ecosystems are the result of millennia of co-evolution by organisms, adapting to their environment and each other until a stable balance is reached. Healthy ecosystems maintain this balance via limiting factors, environmental conditions that restrict the size or range of a species. These include things like natural geography and climate, food availability, and the presence or absence of predators. For example, plant growth depends on levels of sunlight and soil nutrients. The amount of edible plants affects the population of herbivores, which in turn impacts the carnivores that feed on them. And a healthy predator population keeps the herbivores from becoming too numerous and devouring all the plants. But even minor changes in one factor can upset this balance, and the sudden introduction of non-native organisms can be a pretty major change. A species that has evolved in a separate habitat will be susceptible to different limiting factors, different predators, different energy sources, and different climates. If the new habitat's limiting factors fail to restrict the species' growth, it will continue to multiply, outcompeting native organisms for resources and disrupting the entire ecosystem. Species are sometimes introduced into new habitats through natural factors like storms, ocean currents, or climate shifts. The majority of invasive species, though, are introduced by humans. Often this happens unintentionally, as when the zebra mussel was accidentally brought to Lake Erie by cargo ships. But as people migrate around the world, we have also deliberately brought our plants and animals along, rarely considering the consequences. But now that we're learning more about the effects of invasive species on ecosystems, many governments closely monitor the transport of plants and animals and ban the imports of certain organisms. But could the species with the most drastic environmental impact be a group of primates who emerged from Africa to cover most of the world? Are we an invasive species?
All right, Brennan, they talked about invasive species.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we already said humans are a species, so we can view us as invasive.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Brandon, disclaimer. Can you read the third line down?
Not harmful for who they are, but where they are.
There you go. Now, Brandon, here is a wild boar.
Okay.
What you know about wild boars?
They can attack, I guess.
Okay.
I don't think you can eat them, right? People don't necessarily
eat
eat.
them.
Okay. Have you had boar? Just for the record, have you had some boar meat?
No, I like my pork for Piggly Wiggly. Wild boar came over here by the Spaniards. When they was coming over here, they was trying to with the ships, and they let some pigs loose, and they turned to wild boar. Wild boar is really no animal that can really eat them in North America, especially on our side of the world. And they uproot a lot of plants and destroy
foliage
that cause runoff, and your soil will run off and nothing grows there.
I got you.
Now, Brandon, what's that second picture of?
It's a fish, some kind of type of fish.
Now, with me and Brandon went to Root Chris before, and Brandon wanted to order his favorite fish.
And what's that? Whiting?
On the menu, they had sea bass.
Okay, that's
red snapper.
Okay,
flounder. Brandon looked up to the waiter and said, "Do y'all got some tilapia?" So this fish right here is a invasive species. It's tilapia. Brandon, you ate tilapia before, right?
I have. People thought it was healthy. Remember, it was when it first. Oh yeah, tilapia. That's good. Just bake it. Put some Mrs. Dash on it, and go.
They got healthy tilapia.
They do, but is that what most people selling?
No, it's called an invasive species. So you go down to Florida and fish in those rivers down there, you may catch some tilapia.
Okay.
And tilapia, I believe, is an Asian fish. Okay. It does not belong over here.
Right, because this is not Asia.
This is not Asia. And just like, do China got a lot of babies, Brandon?
Yeah, they do.
Tilapia got a lot of babies to go along with it. Right. So they terrorize in Florida right now. All right. The second invasive species is a snakehead.
I got you.
Brandon, what that fish kind of look like?
It looks like part snake, part fish, but it's more reptile, like a lizard than an actual fish. So if it's in the wrong environment or habitat, I think it'll cause destruction or just, wreak havoc.
I'll say a snakehead is between an aggressive catfish and a pike.
And a pike? Okay.
Yeah. But however, this particular Asian fish could jump out of that water, walk
that's what I'm saying. Water. Right. When it does stuff like that, and
if the water is close, it can make it to the other side. It'll walk over land and get to the other water source.
Right.
So this thing is like an aggressive catfish.
It's a migrating fish too. So
yes. Now a bass can't touch it. A brim can't touch it.
No.
A catfish can't touch it. A crabby can't touch it. This day is the king and eating up everything.
Right.
And if the water get low, what it can do, Brandon?
Jump out and move somewhere else.
Jump out and try to walk somewhere else if it can make it.
Right.
Ain't no fish in America jumping out the water and walking off.
Right.
Except for the gar. Gar may do it a little bit, but no other fish. Brandon, what we got here at the bottom?
We got some
vatos. I say
it. We got some brown individuals that have no shots. Because you did Spanish 3.
I try to look that up on Alexa. Alexa said something else.
Okay.
But we got some vatos down here.
Okay.
They are considered invasive species
for sure,
because it's nothing wrong with them, but it is at the wrong place.
Okay, fair enough.
Setting up robberies,
right? But real quick, are we invasive too? Like, I guess it's and Europeans as well. They are not necessarily supposed to be here. It was some Native Americans that were here. I'm not saying that we not part of Native American. We don't have that in our blood, but can people say we're an invasive species group like they are?
All humans in North America and South America are invasive species. Those Native Americans walked over the Bering Strait to get here, Brandon. Right. So
But what you're trying to say is we already established America and we're kind of at capacity. But
you just stop. You stop and wait till the presentation get going.
Go ahead.
All right, because he talk about a system. It's an established system that's been set up for 400 years, and it's changing a little bit.
Okay.
All right, Brandon. At the bottom, the watermelon. Those are invasive species too.
Okay, how so?
They working. They getting money.
Oh, okay.
What? The watermelon.
The watermelon. Okay.
Yeah, they're invasive species.
Correct.
Or if they ain't U.S. citizens, they invasive species.
Correct. I got some in my garden now, not watermelons, but a plant that's taken over, and I can't keep it under control fast enough just because it's spreading.
Okay. Yes. So Brandon got one. Now, what that video talked about is they successfully outcompete natives. A human will import invasive species, reproduction rapidly due to a lack of competition, and current ecosystem changes will have a negative effect. Now, Brandon, how long black people been in America?
A long time.
All right, who at the bottom of this list?
We are.
Who's above us?
Hispanics.
So will invasive species outcompete the native species?
Yeah.
And here's an example. All right, let me see. We got.
But why? Okay. Well, can you go back real quick? What? How do you feel when you see this as somebody black? You know, we're always at the bottom of these polls.
How is it supposed to feel? I don't feel no way.
But listen, but if you look online, it looks like all of us are doing great. We have money. There's a lot of black celebrities. You know, we don't necessarily need reparations. Everything is good. We're doing well for ourselves. And the Hispanics are the ones at the bottom because they're the ones working the labor jobs. They're working the black jobs, the brown jobs.
Brandon, I ain't never seen a black man in an F-250. I see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Hispanic men in the F-250s.
For sure.
So who got the biggest truck, Brandon?
Well, we got Hellcats. Those
who got the biggest truck? Who's making the money? Who got the biggest truck?
Who have a truck that can be used for business purposes and make money?
Who got the biggest truck? Hispanic guys or black guys?
Or us or Hispanic people, for sure.
Okay. All right. Damn, Brady. Okay, Brady. Then who truck's bigger than the Spanish people?
Well, we're talking about like size-wise, but you know, it's not really the wonderful people or the Asian people. We're not necessarily we're in competition with them, but right now it's somebody fighting for the bottom.
No, we at the bottom. Ain't nobody fighting for the bottom. We at the
people don't think people don't think that though. But people don't think we at the bottom.
Picture.
Look online, Lewis. Who's living good? Who's living good? When you go to
Spanish people, they having parties once a month.
Okay, but who's that Ruth Chris? Who's that Ruth Chris? Is the Hispanic people at Ruth Chris? Who's at the Cheesecake Factory? That's living good. You can't be at the bottom and be at these fancy restaurants.
Brandon, don't act ignorant. You see who at the bottom.
I'm playing a role.
I know. We at the bottom. And ain't nobody fighting to be there. We fighting to keep our own self down here.
But that's a point that I think people need to realize. If you ask most black people, you think they think we at the bottom?
Probably not, because the only thing they see is black people.
Right. And we're a small population too, compared to others. And you sent me a stat today.
Did you read it?
Yeah, I read it.
What it say?
That's insane. For the last year, the Hispanic population has grown 74%.
71%. It within 2000 between 2000.
1 year.
No, excuse me. No, stop.
Okay, go ahead.
The American population growth between 2022 and 2023, 71% of that growth was Hispanics.
Okay.
So 30% was white folks, black folks,
yeah,
Asians, but 71% of the growth. And what's going to happen the year after that? That 71 is going to get bigger.
Is it going to multiply by 2? Maybe.
We don't know. We want to stay on this topic because I got something coming up out there. But you can see the invasive species will outcompete the natives. And we was at the top of Hispanics in the 80s.
Uh-huh.
Now look at us. Yeah. We at the bottom. Now, Brandon, in that clip it says a human will import invasive species.
Yeah.
What do you think they mean by that?
Well, like I said, you go to another country, you bring a species because you want to bring it into where you live. You know, it could be a plant, could be an animal or whatever. And that animal in a new environment can take over the environment because it's not used to being in that environment.
How do they get over here, Brandon?
Boat.
No.
Airplane. I mean,
let me take the lead.
Go ahead.
It says a human will import species. That means a human, as the president would set legislations for immigration changes to happen.
Okay, I see what you're doing.
So when they change the immigrations, they'll let the invasive species in here. Now, Brandon, what's at the bottom number on this chart? What year is that?
The 70s.
So from the 1970s through the present, the increase has been crazy.
Yeah.
Brandon, let me ask you your anecdotal experience. In 1990, do you remember any Hispanic people at the stores and this and that?
No.
At Blockbuster?
Not really. No.
How about Kmart?
No.
How about Sears?
No, not really.
How about Toys R Us?
Can't say I do.
How about, watch this? How about Ryan's Buffet?
No.
So you see, so I named a lot of places. Brandon probably never seen a Spanish person in the 90s. But today it's a completely different story. And immigration policies
change that.
Will increase your numbers. Now, they say they will reproduce rapidly with a lack of competition. Brandon mama was just on the phone. She has a social security number. When she had Brandon, they gave Brandon a social security number.
Okay.
Brandon get to an age that he needs to work, and he works and fill out a 1040 form. Why do you fill out a 1040 form, Brandon?
I don't know. Tell me. I can't remember what 1040 is. What is this? Taxes?
It's taxes. A 1040 is I made this much, and this is how much I'm supposed to pay in taxes. I could have overpaid, underpaid. Some people don't have to do that if you don't got them damn number, do they, Brandon?
I guess not.
Huh?
I guess not. No.
If you don't have a number, what you put it on there?
Nothing.
You know. Now I heard they can put make-believe numbers on there, and some of them would do that if they really want to be a true citizens. Put make-believe because they'll take your money.
Right.
But some people don't even use this form. Now, Brandon, if you paid, if your wife and you made 30% more dollars, so wherever you bring home, it was 30% more, what would you do?
What would I do with the money, or how would I feel?
What would you do if you had?
I would spend the money.
Well, how will you spend it?
Upgrades on my house and that kind of thing. I'm just upgrading my life, I guess. I would save some of it and upgrade with the rest. You're saying if I didn't have to pay taxes, if you'd had to pay taxes. Yeah, that's what I would do.
So is that an improvement?
Yeah, for sure.
So if you upgrade, if you put a new roof on your house and expand your house, when you go to sell it, what'll happen?
You'll have more value. You'll get more money back.
But Brandon ain't doing that because he don't make that 30%. So it ain't being improved. It is what it is.
Right.
And I think other people, like you said, would do the same wise thing. If they got extra money, they enhance their lives.
Yeah.
But if you don't have to pay your taxes, you can hedge your life a lot quicker.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon. If you go to the doctor, no, you got no insurance, and you break your ankle, you go to the hospital. What you go tell them? Are you gonna give them some ID?
No, I don't necessarily need to give ID, but I can. But I know I'm gonna have to pay out of pocket. So,
well, first of all, they getting your ID, Brandon. Before they touch your leg, they gonna say your name is Brandon. What's your social security number? 4562. All right, we got you. Brandon they go put a brace on his leg and kick his ass out the door.
And charge me too.
No, not yet.
Okay, you don't think so? Okay, go ahead.
6 months down the road, a bill may come up in his name. Now, because they got to do that. They got to help you.
Yeah.
Now, if you come up there with a bogus name, you're in America.
Yeah.
They gotta make you put a band-aid around you and kick your butt out the door. Who are they sending the bill to, Brandon?
They can't send it to anybody.
So who pays that expense?
The taxpayers.
The taxpayers. All right. Also, lately, this community is the preferred work demographic. How many fast food places I visited today, Brandon?
Probably one. I say one.
I say 6. And I performed surveillance on 6 of them.
Okay, all right.
And we got a video that go drop a preferred work demographic here in America.
Okay.
So I
it is a shift. It is a shift of what's going on. But
I didn't run the numbers yet.
Okay.
But at least 2 places had all Hispanic staff.
Right.
At an all American fast food place.
And I was in Florida, and you know how Florida is in general, but I was looking for Black people in fast food restaurants that I was at. I didn't see any at all. I see foreigners, I see Hispanics, but we're not in there anymore.
How you know they're foreigners, Brandon?
I can tell when somebody's from an island, or they like what Kendrick Lamar said, they're not like us. I can tell somebody who's an African American versus somebody who may be African, or maybe from the Bahamas, or or just from Africa in general, just an African person. So
okay. All right, here's another thing. Reproduce rapidly. A strong family demographic. Brandon.
Dynamic, huh? Go ahead.
Dynamic. Who you think got stronger family? Black people or Latinos?
I want to say us, but it's not us.
No, it ain't us. We can't get together to do a book study. A book club.
We can't do it. We can't do it.
Now, a strong demographic will have. I can't do this, Kai. I'm a real company, so I can't put the people houses on the spot. 3 houses. At least 2 to 5 family in it per house. Huh?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah,
and half of the women pregnant.
Yeah, okay. But and that goes to the population increase we're talking about.
There you go. See, they can have families, they can work together as a team and save their money. You got Brandon buying those $35 t-shirts he got on right now.
That's a good estimate.
He should have saved 30. And with the Walmart, like the Spanish guys, about $5 t-shirt and put the 30 in his pocket. I couldn't tell the difference.
If Walmart had this, if they made this shirt, because that's where I get my shirts from for the most part. But I was in the mall walking around, so I picked it up. But what I was gonna say is, do you think when the Hispanic people, they get pregnant, do you think they have a hard time having a man support the woman and the baby? Do you think the man's running away? I'm just trying to get a comparison between their community and our community, because you was talking about
I'm gonna let you know. If a man comes over, no, I don't want to get this man. What about okay, Brandon. Spanish mans run from their kids too.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like African mans have 2 kids in Africa, come over here.
And act like ain't nothing happened.
And the Spanish guys do the same thing, Brandon.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to be fair and see where you are, because it does happen. But
if they hear, they staying with them.
Yeah. Okay.
See, they're
already in the house.
Our upper limit is I can't be in the same room with you.
Yeah.
Their upper limit, I can't be within 3,000 miles of you. So if they got a child within 3,000 miles, they with the child. But for us, if we got a child within a bedroom, we can't be there.
We can't be there. Timothy said black people get together religiously and invest billions of dollars into churches together. That's true. That is true. We will put some money together for a church.
Not no black man no more. Black man ain't paying no money.
Yeah, then we talked about that because I was saying they tied at church, but now it's a little less because you can say you tied with the app, and when the plate come around, you be like, no, I already gave.
And watch this, Timberly. It was only one or two in my elementary school too in the 80s.
Did we have any Hispanic people? We had a couple in our high school.
Yes, in high school.
But now if you check now, it's
we had a couple of middle. We got a number in middle school, but elementary school I had 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So they reproduce rapidly because it's a sin-off they can do it. Now here's the ecosystem, Brandon. This is how it affects the ecosystem. Somehow, when the population increased, it increased at the same time.
You said, wait, what now? What increased at the same time?
The Hispanic population increased, increased at almost the same rate or in the same direction as the U.S. national debt.
For sure.
So can one say that the influx of undocumented people is hurting the U.S. national debt?
For sure. But do they care? No, they don't care. I think they want the workers over here, so they're okay with it. Let me read what Timothy said real quick. I never went to a Mexican restaurant until I was 21 years old. We only had one in Colombia that we went to, the one by the school. That's the only real restaurant that I went to growing up.
Now, I got introduced to a Mexican restaurant because my friend's mom was dating a guy, and the guy took me and my friend and him to a Mexican restaurant, and this was in the early 90s or mid 90s.
Oh, okay.
So that's the first time I had chicken nachos in my life. But when that stopped, I didn't see a Mexican restaurant till we was in high school, Brady.
Right.
Till we went.
And like I said, that's the only thing I remember. And Taco Bell started becoming a big thing when we were in school, and they were pushing that, but we didn't really eat Taco Bell like that often.
We ate Taco, Brady. It's like we ate Taco Bell just as much we ate McDonald's.
I didn't, because I never really. I mean, I ate it, but it wasn't like when I ate it, it wasn't anything special. Like I didn't feel like I needed to have Mexican food now. It was just something. If it's over there, I would go to it. I don't necessarily go to a lot of Mexican restaurants now. Do you?
See, this what happened. Brandon was missing half of high school, completely gone off the damn scene.
Okay, and why was that?
I don't know. Me and Eric was hitting up Taco Bell like all the time. That's why Brandon like.
Well, so do you? Okay, so do you like Mexican food?
Of course, I like all food.
I'm talking about now. But do you go to a Mexican restaurant? Kind of what I'm trying to get to is kind of like how the Chinese restaurants are. Do you feel like the Mexican restaurants are the same kind of way, where there's the same menu? It could be high quality food or it could be low quality food. You see what I'm saying?
No, okay. See, you got two styles of Mexican restaurants. You got American Tex-Mex, and you got Mexican.
Right, you got the more modern Mexican that you're talking about, and then just the authentic Mexican food.
Well, no, let me finish. Hold on.
Go ahead.
You got Tex-Mex.
Okay, but what is that? But what do you think that?
Tex-Mex is your Speedy Gonzales, your nachos, your chimichangas, your enchiladas. Huh? That's your Tex-Mex, right? They don't eat that shit in no Mexico.
Okay, fair enough. But that's what I'm saying. So is that more like a modern, like what we like? That's more like if you
Quit saying we, because I like all of them.
Okay. But you're not of that culture, but you would eat a more traditional Mexican dish. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, I would eat sopas. Okay. I would eat chili no, they only have chili cutlets. I eat burritos. I eat the stews. I eat
but that's what I was thinking, like when I was talking about Taco Bell, like you getting the gordita crunch and the little cinnamon twist, like that's what Taco Bell would, and that's, I guess that's the Tex-Mex you was talking about.
Yeah,
like they don't eat that stuff over there.
See, you go to other places that sell you tortadas. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you know what tortadas are?
I know. I think my daughter made them at camp. I was thinking, I'm trying to figure out what they were, but go ahead.
It's a round nacho chip.
Mm-hmm.
Like they put on the crunchy taco, but it's round, and you put your toppings on that.
Okay.
Then your sopas, like your sopas, is hand patted corn. They deep fried it. Then they put your toppings on top of that.
I got you. And just back to our what I always say, Lewis act like he doesn't cook. He's not familiar with the kitchen, but he knows his stuff.
And just because I can read, nigga.
Well, no, reading and knowing a Mexican dishes is a different thing.
I don't know that many Mexican dishes. I read. That's what I'm reading from a menu.
Okay, have you had it though? Have you had it though before?
What?
What you were saying, sofas, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I haven't had it, but that's what I'm saying. You have more culinary experience as far as tasting different foods, seasonings, using different techniques and stuff. But anyway, I'll read what Timothy said. I only ate Nacho Bell Grandes in high school from Taco Bell. What else did he say? Mexican food.
And Nacho Bell Grandes was $3, and you get a big nacho plate that big. Where I used to get them.
Right. Mexican food doesn't fill up black people. It's more like a snack.
You ain't eating the right Latino food.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the Taco Bell, like I could eat 5 soft tacos from Taco Bell and still be hungry.
Quit lying, Brandon.
I'm not lying.
Quit lying, Brandon. Why are you up here lying?
Why? I've done it. What do you mean?
And the same day I've ordered 2 eggs scrambled and be full. And talk about
that's the point. That's the point. It's not filling at all. How many tacos do you think you can eat?
I ate 4 2 hours ago.
But were they from Taco Bell? You remember? But see, that's what I'm saying. You don't remember how those Taco Bell tacos were. They were small. They didn't have that much filling. They have a little bit of lettuce in them, and you'll eat one and then be ready for another one. Eat another one. I've ordered a bunch of them before. Just because when I used to go to Taco Bell, that's why I would do it, and I'd be ordering at least 5 tacos and still be hungry.
I ate Taco Bell probably this month or last month.
All right, what did you get? Did you get the soft tacos or did you get like all that other stuff?
I got a chalupa, man. Give me a chalupa, 2 chalupas and a hard taco.
I would say those fill you up a little bit more, but those soft
fill
tacos,
you up.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not that filling.
Yeah, it don't fill you up. You just be fine at the moment.
Yeah. And I think that's a lot of fast food in general. It doesn't really fill you up. That's why I don't like to go out too much and eat that stuff. But Timothy said, I did a Mexican woman that cooked for me fried chicken, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and gravy. Yeah, definitely hit the spot.
Boy, that'd be perfect. She could cook all them different moves. Cook her own stuff at the same time.
When's the last time you had a meatloaf? I do like meatloaf as far as like a comfort food. It's really good, especially when you haven't had it in a long time.
Probably last year.
Yeah, I told my mom because like I said, I recently went home. Somebody from Twitch, everybody click that link, but I was telling my mom, give me some of the recipes that she used to make, when we were younger, because I missed some of those dishes.
Or frozen fish sticks.
No, my mom actually be cooking like hamburger casserole. What else? She did
hamburger hamper.
No, it's not that. Well, see, I know my mom ain't no out of the box type of cook, but she make those meals and it's from my grandmother. My grandmother had a bunch of cookbooks and stuff like that, and passing some of that stuff down, like Chicken Olivia, like dishes you won't really get nowhere. But
we fucking this video up, man. We got topic.
Go ahead.
God, I'm just thinking about the editing part.
You always say that.
Shit, you know how difficult it is.
I hear you. But see, that's how we do when we get going. But go ahead, try to jump back in. Talking about Taco Bell in high school. But
This is the immigration migration. So the dark color, that's what they're coming at the most. Okay. Brandon, what's the hot spots? What you see?
Texas, California.
Okay.
Florida.
How about the East Coast? Florida? How about up north?
Not really. Was that Washington? A little bit at the top, but not really.
How about up north near New York and stuff?
Somewhat.
So this is the migration right here. This is the place with the biggest numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Brad, let's get it in. I got something else.
You're all thrown off now.
No, I ain't thrown off.
But I'm just saying, how do we not know we going on off the rails like that?
Yeah, we over here talking about some fish. I'm talking about fish sticks.
Right.
Yeah. All right, Brady. This is probably gonna be our last one today. Okay. Now I saw this last week. This is the first 48.
Okay. One of my favorite shows to watch.
A lot of younger black people under 40 don't like traditional black surf anymore. They like pizza, McDonald's, Chinese, and Mexican. Yeah. You are correct. All right, Brady, this is the first 48.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pick a name. To see the guy in here? Let's pick a name for him.
He look like a Curtis, but what
call him Curtis?
Yeah, Curtis.
All right, let's see. Can I get this right? What I got on here? All right, Curtis. Join the Facebook group, Brady.
Okay.
The Facebook group was called the VIPs.
Okay.
And this Facebook group, per my recollection, was kind of like a hookup site.
Okay.
So you post, hey man, we in room 112 over here at 10 o'clock. Come over here.
Okay.
So he was in this group, and it was 100. It's 100 people up in this group.
Mm-hmm.
I think they in Tennessee or Alabama, one of those two states. All right. Next thing you know, guess what Curtis did?
What did he do?
Post a picture of money on the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Like this, what the hell? Hold on. Man, this thing is messing with us today, ain't it?
Yeah.
I ain't touched nothing.
You're right. You backed off from the computer.
Yeah. But he posted thing in Facebook with the money laid out like this, brother.
Yeah.
Hook me up. We gonna be in room 12. Room 12. No. He didn't say room 12. He said, holla at me, man. We got $16,000. We're ready to party. Let's leak up Friday night.
Okay.
Next thing you know, Keisha and Shanae, they say, bet. Okay. Right. Send me the location. I'll pull up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Brandon, you see any problems yet?
Oh, yeah. I see a bunch of problems.
What problems you see already?
Well, you can't flash money and let people know that you're going to have a lot of money and you're going to be at a certain location.
He didn't put the location out there. He just put the invitation.
Okay, but if you're inviting people, you're letting people know you have a lot of money. You're in town. Are people struggling? Are people going through a lot of hardships?
Yeah, people struggling.
Yeah, so.
But girls hit you up. Man, you got 16,000. Shit, man. I tell them girls will get wild, man. For one time.
Okay. But
what?
But that's dangerous.
All right. Well, let's see what's gonna happen. Him and his partner rent a motel room.
Well, so it's $6,000.
No,
$16,000. We in a motel.
Now here's the picture of the motel. Okay. This is actual evidence.
Okay.
So him and his partner,
like Seagum Gin. What else he got in here? Some water.
Newport.
Kroger.
Some cigarettos.
Okay.
2 grams of that Richard Green.
It's a toaster in there. Okay.
Gin, vodka. And what kind of gin? What kind of vodka and gin was it, brother?
What kind? Seagum Gin. Seagum.
Now I drank that.
So
now, do you got to reach low at the bottom, reach at the top to grab that?
It's at the bottom, I would think.
All right, so it's bottom shelf liquor. So you go ball out. You got the girls coming over. You got your Newports. You got your weed. You got your liquor. Y'all about to have a good time. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Brandon.
No, it's
I
nothing
like.
wrong with
I
that.
used to like. I kind of like. I do things like this.
Right.
I won't flash that money though, but I do
Right.
things like this.
Right.
So let's see what's happened next. So guess what? It's 1:30. The girls stopped by, man. They having a good time.
Yeah.
They having a good time, Brandon. Now, Brandon, what you think when the girls came in there? How did they act?
They was looking around. they was ready to drink, have fun, turn up, start twerking, that kind of thing.
Uh-huh. Now, what did they hit the liquor first or hit the weed first?
They probably did some shots first.
Oh, okay. And they got ready. They got loose and ready.
Yeah. Does Curtis have a firearm on him? Because
Curtis is a square. He working for Verizon Wireless as a customer service. You know. But Brandon, out of nowhere, they heard what? Read the top. What the top says.
You know what time it is.
Now, audience, if you hear somebody say, "You know what time it is," and you don't see them, you give it up. Give it up. Cause they got the drop on you.
Yeah, the drop on you. And you're intoxicated. You may be inebriated, high, or whatever. You're not sharp right now. So you're probably moving slow. You just need to go and give it up.
So out of the blue, next thing you know, the door get kicked in. Bow!
Mm-hmm.
The girls scream, "Don't shoot! We scared."
Uh-huh.
Mona Lisa, Lil Wayne, Carter 5. Now, they went up to Curtis, brother. Where the money at, fat boy?
Because they knew he had the money, right? Somehow they knew he had the money.
How they knew that?
Well, because he posted about it, he took a picture and let everybody in the group know. So if one person know, they may tell somebody else, which you could tell somebody else.
So they knew he had the money. Brandon, they knocked the boots off Curtis. Brandon, they knocked the boots off Curtis. Boy, they had Curtis. They got him in the room. They started busting his head with the gun, dragging him out to the.
So did he give up the money? Did he give up the money, or he tried to resist, or acted slow? They just.
I got next on the slide, Brandon. Curtis didn't have no money there.
Oh wow!
And once they got him in the balcony, they shot his ass.
That's not funny.
they shot him. They shot him, Brandon.
So was he capping? Did he not have that much money? Or he didn't have it on him when they found him?
When they came in there, he didn't have the money on him.
Okay.
You know, him and his board probably spent $250 of that room in drinks.
Right.
Or, you know, a bag, 2 grams of weed, $20 worth of weed, $20 worth of liquor, $7 worth of fruit punch, $5 worth of cigarettes. You know, in the hotel room. He had the money on him. So how you think what happened, Brandon? What happened?
Yeah, if you want to have fun, I think it's ways to do it. You should be, as a man, you should be building a circle of people you trust. You can't just have any and everybody having access to your location, especially when you out partying. So I just don't think men should be doing that, putting their location up, saying they have money, come through. Never say come through, because the wrong kind of element may come through and may rob you.
So what you think? What happened? Who set him up, Brandon?
It was a woman. A woman set him up. That's what happens 9 times out of 10, because the robbers know that your weakness is women. So the robbers are always like, let me know if somebody, you know, is doing something or lacking. I'll split some of the profit that I get with you. All you got to do is act like you ain't know what happened.
And that's what she did till they found herself to the killer's cell phone and saw that she texted him. Right.
And that's all it takes.
Now, Brandon, was the woman and that man having sex? No, the money and the robber.
Probably so, yeah.
They wasn't in a relationship, Brandon.
Oh wow. So it's just somebody she knew?
Yeah.
Gonna risk her freedom, her life for somebody that, you know, just.
It's called a quick lick, Brandon. If you know Boo Boo and Ray, you know what they do.
Yeah, but you know? people do that often, but is it worth it?
for $16,000. Lil Wayne said they was killing people over $5 when he was young.
You're right.
So what they gonna do for 16?
Yeah. You think she should have saw the money? Like she need to confirm that he had the money?
She said they text her. Is the money there? Once she said we here, he texts him back. Is the money there? She texts him, don't come. I don't see no money. It was too late.
Came anyway. That's crazy. Curtis was like, you know what? I ain't gonna bring the money tonight. That's a little dangerous. But it's too late. It's too late.
You know, and you see, you up here. This is a fun moment right here, guys. That's fun. You got some FTs. That's called fresh titties in the room. You know, it's a good moment. You got drinks. You're chilling.
Yeah.
But you don't know these girls.
Yeah. And so it's dangerous.
These girls set you up so they can take some of your money.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong. Like you say, there's nothing wrong with doing this, but the company you have around you is important. The people's character around you is important. I'm pretty sure it's people that you know, females that you can trust, that they've known you, you know, y'all build a rapport. Y'all maybe gone to college, you know, together or worked with them. You feel a little more what you don't think that's
why they come to a hotel room to bust it down.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. But y'all could be y'all could be hanging out together. We're not even talking about going to a hotel, but I'm just saying you can hang out with people that you know. But what you're saying right here is a different scenario where you got a lot of money, you're trying to party.
Yes.
Hotel.
A black man should have the right to party like a white man in America, man. Well, get it right.
So do you think? I guess I can't say that.
You know that's how they got me. I had to invite them strippers over.
Yeah.
Then they say, no, my door get kicked.
Oh yeah, that is right. That did happen to you. I forgot that too. And we just talked about that.
Yeah.
Do you think that happens at a higher rate for us than wonderful people?
Probably, because like the list we saw before was not going to be in this clip. We are at the bottom.
Yeah.
So money matters.
Yeah, for sure.
16 stacks.
Yeah.
They're busting that door for $400 that they knew was up in there.
Well, what's a precaution you can take? Because you know some hotels you have to use the key card to get to certain floors, like to get on the elevator. Do you think that
Brandon, now come on. How many hotels you been in like that, Brandon?
At least 5 this year. That's a newer standard to keep certain elements out of hotel. The last hotel I was just in, they had that.
Bella, we in Alabama, all right? Ain't nobody that serious. The strange people on the streets ain't that killer like you was up in Philadelphia. You know, kill those strange people be killers up there.
Okay, but so when you're planning your party, well, you got to think about some of this stuff. How easy is it somebody to kick in the door and do harm to me if I'm just trying to have fun?
It's easy. It's easy. You gotta watch the party you keep. Yeah, so it would be kind of hard to find it won't be hard. Okay, it will be hard to find a trustable bust down when you get some money.
Right.
It's almost like you should have bought them girls.
Right.
And you'll be better.
Right. I think Kevin Samuel used to say stuff like that, but you know, it's just I ain't gonna say safe. It's safer. It is safer. This is the random people you don't know. Let's party. Y'all come over the room with such and such.
When you buy them girls, you got to worry about 2 things. If it is your first time, it could be the police on the other side. If it ain't that, you should be straight.
You're right. Yeah. Correct. That's funny.
And believe they're gonna charge you more, but you may have a good time.
Right, and you feel safe. You know, was safer. I ain't gonna say that because you may go to sleep and wake up missing a watch or missing your phone, so you just don't know.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, you go to Vegas, they be have people in Vegas, man. You know, the thick women are in, right?
Yeah.
So they be having some thick women, Latinos and black women in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Be getting people, man, so the watches and stuff. They come on to like drunk guys and go to the room and rob them. Like Cardi B. What Cardi B used to
do. Right. Drug you know, do all kind of stuff.
Yeah, drug you.
That's the game. You know, that's the game.
And it was like that. But these women, They just called the boys on you, and that was it.
Right.
All right, Brandon, I don't got nothing else. I know you got a flight.
Yeah, we can go ahead and wrap it. Do you want to do these topics real quick, or you don't even want to worry about them?
I don't want to worry about it because what topics?
The Umar.
Okay, we could do that. You start, you lead with it.
That's fine. Let's see.
Man, I wish black man could have a orgy and trick off in the comfort and safety of a regular hotel room. Why we can't do that?
Because people are down bad and they want to set you up. and they will set you up and extort you.
A paid party. Like somebody said, we got the drinks. Who don't want to come over there? You know,
but that's what happened. People, like I say, we're at the bottom. So when your group is at the bottom, they're gonna do things trying to survive, trying to pay bills, trying to come up. But
they throwing a Puff Daddy party. You talk about you ain't coming over there.
But
then you go walk off with $300. But keep going about Mr.
Umar Johnson. He was on the Breakfast Club. We posted videos about him in the past. He's been trying to open a school for probably 12 plus years. And recently, my friend Lewis went to the school to try to give us a update on the progress of the school, you know, from not just hearsay, not just from what Umar is saying, but from somebody who's run a business, who's managed people, you know, who has lawn care experience and knowledge, you know what a property is supposed to look like. So you did do a breakdown. Did you want to talk about some of the stuff that you saw at the school real quick? Some pros and cons?
Okay. Pros.
I'm not trying to jam you up too much, but
pros, money. There is capital being spent on school. I can't tell you how much capital, but money went into the school. The outside landscape is kind of rough. It appears that the hedges or trees probably didn't been cut in about 4 years. The neighborhood is a working class neighborhood, and the crime is kind of high.
Okay. But outside of that, we say here on the Men of the Metaverse, we applaud Umar for trying to do something like this. But me and you talked on the phone.
No. Don't put words in my mouth, Brandon.
Okay, well, go ahead. You don't applaud. You don't applaud what he's trying to do.
Brandon, gray area is the allocation of funds.
Okay.
So I don't know what percentage of funds is going to building up the school or not.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Okay. But let's just say, but like I said, we're not trying to talk bad about him. That's why I was trying to keep you out of that. But me and you talked on the phone about something else he could be doing outside of that, or another person could be doing, like starting a group and having people, you know, talk back and forth, building exercises, sharing ideas, you know, growing together like that, and trying to strengthen community and people in that way. Not necessarily doing a school like a brick and mortar school. You can just do the same thing.
No. We talked about, let's be more
direct
with it. Go ahead. We talk about like camps. Camps. You want to help kids, hold camps, hold sessions with parents, do stuff like that. You could do that for pretty cheap. Us being 80 babies, we went to church. At the end of the camp, you got 3 cookies and a little juice thing. Do you remember that, Brandon?
Yeah, I remember certain things like that. Yeah, for sure.
It give you one of those cheap little fake Oreo cookies, like 3 of them.
And it meant a lot to you.
Yeah. Or the cookie rain.
Yeah. Sure.
And that stuff was.
Do they have stuff like that anymore? It's like
I think they do a little bit at some places, but they try to get rid of that stuff. Well, they can't afford the stuff, probably due to the influx of population that's not contributing to contribute to programs like that.
Yeah.
But yes, he could start something. I don't know if he has any classes and stuff like that. So that's only con I could look at.
Yeah.
So,
and I know people were trying to act like you were kicking his back in or talking bad about the school when you were just trying to state your opinion and stuff like that. Like I said, we don't hate Umar. It's okay to be objective and real about what you see with your own eyes, right?
Yeah, I just said what I see. One video, I talked about the surrounding areas. The private, the income is kind of low. The housing is kind of low, and typically when you get low income, low housing, you may have other problems that come with that Dr. Umar will have to challenge or overcome.
I got you. And I just saw this, and I was like I say, we'll get off Umar, but did you see what Barack saying? He may feel like Biden need to step down. What are I'm gonna tell you my thoughts when after you answer, but how do you feel about the Democrats versus the Republicans right now, as far as, you know, the Trump thing? Trump got shot. You know, it just seems like what's the Democrats doing? Because I guess we know the Republican side and people don't like Trump, but what about the Democrats? It doesn't seem like Joe is giving the Democrats enough to vote for. Like when you go to the polls, when you're thinking about voting for Democrats, what are you really voting for? Are you voting against? But no, okay, well, go ahead. What do you want to say? Because I'm not trying to jam you up.
I don't care 2 cents about the Democrats or Republicans. It's all a game. I'm not voting this year, and I'm fine with my decision. So if Biden wins, okay. Trump wins, okay. No big thing with me.
Okay, but like I say, it's people out there that want to vote or thinking about not voting. What is some of the reasons? Because I'm not sure. Because like I say, whoever wins, I'm still going to have to hold things down. I'm still going to have to save. I can manage myself no matter who's in power, no matter what kind of things they're bringing forth. I'm going to be okay. I'm not worried about whether Trump gets in, whether Biden gets in. But I think people, they want you to be stressed out about it. And they want you to vote for somebody, even though they're not telling you what they're going to be doing. Either side is not telling you anything.
No, we already left that conversation. Yeah, I'm not worried about. I don't care who wins. Only thing is, do not shoot at a former president and stuff like that. And we should not really make fun of it, at least on a public scan. Yeah. We got to have better class to that.
Yeah. That's okay. All right. And Skip, see Skip maybe stepping down from Undisputed. Do you think he's old? He's getting older. He's had enough. He can't, get the ratings. What do you think it is?
When Shannon Sharp said he was leaving, that was the end of it. Shannon Sharp is the star. Skip Bayless right now. He's old. I mean, he's like Donald Trump's age. So what?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody want to that style. Ain't nobody want to hear that.
Yeah, I think things are changing. Times are changing. We kind of like Skip when he was going at LeBron and going back and forth with Stephen A. But like I say,
I never liked Skip going at LeBron.
Well, I'm talking about America. Well, we're not talking about you, but we as the culture. People like seeing Skip and Stephen A. go back and forth. So I'm not saying I was ever a fan of Skip, but it was entertaining. It was something I watched. I definitely watched First Take and tuned in, but after a while I kind of got away from it because it just seemed more like wrestling. It wasn't their real opinions. It was just something that they did because it was no way that he felt that way about Tim Tebow or he hates LeBron, but it just felt theatrical for no reason.
Wow, it's just, hey, they lost a great talent that made the show.
Yeah.
And Skip being the wonderful man he is, displayed out on TV too many times.
Yeah. I just was curious what you say. Like I say, sometimes we do stuff on here, but I still want to know your real take on some of the things because we don't always talk on the phone. But Undisputed struggle because Fox Sports is in the 400s on the cable box while ESPN is in 30. No channel in the 400s gets the ratings on cable. I know it's just hard to compete with ESPN, but I'll let you go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, it's hard to compete with Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, for sure.
Shannon Sharp cracked it open. People like soft barbershop talk, and Shannon Sharp could do that well. You even got some of the Caucasian guys try to do the barbershop talk
for sure. Yeah,
but that's not in there.
And what's the black guy that
it ain't them?
What's the black guy that died who used to be like the smoothing on the other side of the pillow? Like people enjoy that kind of smooth, hip. I'm trying to think what's it, Stuart Scott. That's the guy, yeah. So somebody like that, when you stand down, you can be creative. People like that. It's hard for Skip to be, he never played. He was a journalist. He has the
anybody, hard for any of them. All of them, Brandon. More than Skip, all of them, Brandon.
Yeah, it's just tough to do, and it's more people, and it's just hard to hold an audience like that. And you're doing the same thing, and you're trying to recreate stuff. So eventually, it's not going to work.
I mean, sports is for the poor man. So you got to talk like like the poor man.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Brandon, Brandon, ain't sports for the poor man, Brandon, to watch?
For the most part, yeah, because most people are poor. But you don't think
ain't wrong
rich sport? You don't think it's
entertain them so we can rob everybody? Ain't that's what's going on?
Yeah. So you don't think rich people watch sports or play sports? It's majority for us because it's majority people poor. I get what you're saying.
They do, but sports don't mean anything. It's not real.
Right.
It's just a form of entertainment. It ain't represent United States.
No,
Brooklyn versus OKC. They ain't no
right. And that's why I've kind of pulled away from sports, because it doesn't matter. Like, who won Boston Celtics won the championship. Does that really mean anything when your bills are due, or when you have relationship problems? It's more of an escape. It's just entertainment. It's basically a television show. And Timothy said Stephen A. Smith hasn't signed his new contract yet.
Well, Stephen A. Smith ain't leveraging Shannon Sharp right, because he supposed to say, if I don't get this, Shannon Sharp leaving. Now, what y'all going to do? Y'all want to be the best?
Yeah.
Or you want to pay me?
But you think he thinks he needs Shannon Sharp? Or you think he bigger, or his trajectory is going to be better than Shannon Sharp?
Brother, by the forehead he got, his hairline, he needs Shannon Sharp, brother. He needs it.
I agree.
He's a journalist. Journalists don't do good no more. We want barbershop talk.
Yeah, for sure.
Soft,
but you don't think he can think? So let me ask you this: do you watch Stephen A.'s podcast outside of ESPN?
No, the man didn't know what banana pudding was, Brandon.
What?
Huh? The man this year, 2024, did not know what banana pudding was.
So is that a cultural thing where all black people should know about banana pudding or had banana pudding? So
Brandon,
he's not like us. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know what he is, Brandon. He went to school in North Carolina. I don't know what he is. I don't know.
And he tried to do that thing where he was saying O.J. Simpson was, he acted like O.J. Simpson was found guilty when O.J. Simpson wasn't. So,
Brandon, he just tried to get his social. He saw what Shannon Sharp does. He tried to do it now, but he do it off stuff. I say, Brandon, we don't need to do no pop culture. Let's be original.
I hear you. I hear you.
Is Cat Williams pop culture in 2024?
Is he pop culture? Not really.
But he became pop culture.
Yeah, he became pop culture.
You see, that takes some thinking.
Yeah. But do you think Shannon thought that was gonna happen though? It's just tough.
No, Shannon, he knew that was gonna happen after they recorded.
Yeah.
But Shannon Sharp, he likes
he has a good team.
People he likes.
Yeah, I think he has a good team. He has a good interview style. I think he's a fun person, and he knows how to bounce stuff back and forth, like go back and forth with people. So I think that's what makes him a good thing.
Don't go back and forth too much.
Yeah, Timothy said most YouTube top sports channels get better ratings than ESPN and Fox.
That is correct.
Yeah. It's just a changing of the guard kind of thing. But go ahead.
and YouTube don't have to pay you like that. You know what I mean?
Right. And you can have a studio at your house and not have the driving to work, not have a bunch of cameramen and stuff like that. So it'll actually save a company if you can do it a different way. But Timothy
Run
also
your own
said,
commercials.
right, correct. He said Stephen A wants to be paid the same as Pat McAfee, but Stephen A's podcast doesn't do better than Jason Whitlock's podcast, which is funny.
Well, Jason Whitlock is a he's not even a real person.
Why you say that?
Brady, you know what he's doing.
Yeah, he has to. But when you're desperate, you have to do that
Otis.
stuff.
He's doing a Candace Otis. I go say anything to get out. Like me, he did what I did with the Omar video.
No,
I knew that was gonna do good.
But I'm not gonna put you in Jason Whitlock.
I knew that was gonna do good, and I went up there, Brady.
But let me tell you the difference. If you kick Umar's back end, now you Jason Whitlock. If you just was hating for no reason and not giving any positive stuff, giving a balanced take, then that's when you're more Jason Whitlock. But I didn't see that, and like I say, I applauded what you did and going up to the school and being fair. So, and even when we try to talk about Umar, you don't want to say how you feel about it because you don't know for sure. Like you're the type of person, you're not gonna speculate as your opinion and be put out there in a certain way.
It's called a sin. It's called deception. So I'm going to say something based on my stuff is probably true, but the base, but I don't got the records to prove it.
Right.
So I'm not going to say something if I don't have the records.
But do you think most people on here do that? Most people just say what they feel and deal with the consequences. So, like I said, I do respect you doing that and not just jumping out the window with every take that's possible. And they still get on you, but
because I don't want to mess with. Because if I look up Dr. Omar on a real computer and not my phone, he don't want me to do that. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? Because the stuff you'll find about him,
you don't know what I'll find. That's all I'm saying. You don't know what I will find. So that's I just did a quick internet search on my phone. You can't get good results from phone.
Right. And like I said, we had a conversation on the phone and I followed the Umar stuff, and just by some of the stuff we talked about, I know you've done some research and you could add some of that stuff into the video, but you didn't do it,
What do you mean? What did I find?
Well, we was talking about what he was saying he was going to get in the classrooms or in the school.
Oh, I talked about that on the video.
I don't remember you saying you said that on the video. I don't remember you saying that.
Shit, that's the beginning stages of sexual harassment. Let's look at it. Sexual harassment happens with people right, Bernie?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And it never starts off, let me grab your booty. It starts off, you're pretty.
Yeah, you're looking good today.
You're looking good. There you go. And that's the beginning stages.
And you keep creeping in, getting
that's beginning stages.
Oh, that's
so
funny.
He's at the beginning stages. So I said, Brandon, don't bring your wife up there to paint. Don't bring her up there.
You did say that.
Day. I said, Brandon, don't bring your wife up there to paint day. Don't bring no woman up there on paint day. Then you look around, it's all women around you because the guys ain't go get it because women are malleable. You mold them.
Yeah.
Queen Queen this.
They like the image he has, the stature, who he is. Do you think he's a celebrity?
Of course. He probably get paid. He probably pulls in $30,000 a month. You got to be a celebrity. You making that much money.
Mm.
I probably know 30,000. I don't know, but he put in some money. Yeah, I bet
he
charged us $3,000 to come on this show for 30 minutes. I bet he charges that.
Yeah, he probably would.
Yeah, he doing his runs and how he does it. Okay, let me shut up. I can't.
But even pulling in that money, traveling, life is still expensive and it costs. So we don't know his business. Hopefully he has things set up right. And, I look forward to seeing what he does with the school.
Let me say something positive.
Go ahead.
Now, when he used his doctor's degree and talk about helping schools, helping parents get with their kids getting the proper diagnosis and not labor rights. Once he goes that route, he's excellent.
Yeah, for sure.
But he chooses not to go that route. he chooses to use his God-given talent of talking.
Yeah.
To say, hit that cash app.
Right.
Hit that like button. Pen pal.
Yeah, yeah.
These coolocracies people. You know, I love him talk about mental health. I want him to talk about mental health.
Yeah. But like I said, I think people get caught up in, you know, he wants to talk about certain stuff, but people don't want to listen unless you over the top or doing the theatrical stuff, talking about snow bunnies and all that kind of stuff. So
read Timothy Taylor says.
He said Dr. Umar having more entanglements than Bobby Brown in his prime. That's funny.
See, I can't say that, Mr. Taylor. But I can say the stages of sexual harassment is at the beginning stages.
And saying you want two wives, two queens, and you know, like I said,
I didn't hear that.
Okay, I heard him say that he actually had a wedding. It was a fake wedding, but I think two of his people who contributed, they had like a fake ceremony and he fake married them. So
people do anything for likes. Yeah.
But I ain't got nothing else.
I'm gonna let you get out of here. You stay the extra 30 minutes. We ain't talk about nothing.
Yeah, that's all good. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check out some of our great videos, like the video Lewis went to allegedly, like he says, went to Umar Johnson's school, and you know he did a video on compost. He made his own compost. And did you say you grew something with the compost that you made?
Yeah, Bobby eat my pico de gallo tomatoes I grew.
At your own compost there. So there you go.
It's a blend. I can't use all compost and growing plants, but you can, you know, you can mix it up. Yeah.
But that's it. Lewis, you want to say anything before we get out of here?
Guys, hit the like button, share this out. Videos dropping soon.
All right. Y'all have a good one.